this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me today for the next part of my card making for beginners course. I'm going to be bringing this series to an end fairly soon because I'm going to start a new series, and once the annual catalogue comes out, there'll be a couple more episodes in this series, and then we'll be starting all over again with hopefully another new batch of beginners. So anyone who's been with me from the beginning of this, you now must be really not beginner card makers anymore, because we've done so many different techniques and so many different cards. Like I say, I'm going to stop this series a little bit before the new catalogue comes out, and then when the new catalogue comes out in May, I will start again from the beginner for any new beginners that want to join me. Anyway, today we're going really back to basics. Very, very simple stamped little card. It's called a SIP card, which means that all you need is the stamps, which is the S, ink, which is the I, and P, which is paper. That's all you need. It's a one layer, simply stamped card, simple stamping. And the reason that I've made it is because I wanted to use this gorgeous set, which is in the spring catalogue. It's called In Bloom, and it has all these lovely floral images and then some lovely sentiments. But I thought it was very similar to a set that we had a few years ago called, I think it was called Blooms and Wishes. And I made a card to teach at one of my very first classes that I ran. And the video for that card has been one of my most popular videos ever, with loads more views than anything else. And so I thought I'd try to recreate that. I don't know whether it's the card or why that one attracts so much attention, but I thought I'd just recreate the card using this, because I have so many people saying, is that stamp set still available? And of course it's not, unfortunately, but you can do a very close copy using this stamp set. So I thought I'd show you today. Now on here I recreated the colours that I used on my original card. I'm not sure that it works as well. I'm not really very happy. I'm not sure that I was very happy with the colours that I used on my original card, to be honest. But anyway, I'm going to change it up today and use some different colours and see if it makes it any better. So I'm going to start with one of our note cards. So this is going to be a very, very simple little card to make, as I said. And I'm going to open it out, actually. If the stamping goes over, it will just go onto the back, which I don't think matters. So that'll be fine. And I'm going to start, and I've got some of these stamps already mounted onto blocks. So because I've got a lot of blocks, I can mount each one individually. If you've only got one block, it just means that you have to keep swapping over. It doesn't matter at all. It just means that you need to keep swapping. Is that all of them? Yes, I think so. Yeah, so I've got four main flowers that I'm going to use, four biggish flowers, and then some little in between. Oh no, that's one of those as well. Yeah, that's one of them. Have I got more than? Got that one, got that one, got that one. Oh, that's the centre, that's the middle, that's not a flower. That's it, those four, and then the four centres as well. So let's show you what we did. So I'm going to start off today with Highland Heather. My friend Jez has started commenting every time I do a purple card. It just seems to be one of my favourite colours at the minute. So I'm just going to stamp, and I'm going to stamp my purple flower roughly in the middle, slightly to the left, and in the lower half of my card. So I'm just going to stamp there, my Highland Heather stamp, and I'm going to pop that away. I'm not going to use that anymore. And then I'm going to come in with Daffodil Delight, which is exactly what I used here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to come in with Pool Party. I'm going to use Pool Party for this one. And this time I'm using this little 6-petal flower with the sort of heart-shaped flowers, petals. And I'm going to stamp 2 of those. One over here and one down here. I'm already liking this colour scheme, like so. And I can put the Pool Party. So to do this in as I'm doing, you do need quite a lot of colours, but you don't have to do it as I'm doing it. You could just use the colours that you've got, and you could do Stampin' Off to get 2 shades as well. And then I'm going to do this 4-leaf with 4 round petals in Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to do that down here. like so. And I'm then going to take this little flower, so it's similar to this flower but slightly smaller. It's got 5 petals, but they're still little heart-shaped petals, and I'm going to stamp them in Flirty Flamingo. Not quite sure how this is going to work as a colour scheme, but let's give it a go. So I'm going to pop one in between there. One. The idea of doing this card was that it was multicoloured when I made it originally, so I don't mind it being a bit of a mixture of colours. Right, okay, so those are all the flowers done, and then all I have to do is do the middles of the flowers. So those 3 little ones that I just did, I'm going to come in with those dots. I'm going to do dots in Melon Mambo, so I'm using a darker pink. So I'm toning colours. So, and actually, just as soon as you put the centres in the flowers, it starts bringing it to life really well. Right, and then inside this one, inside the Pearl Party, I'm going to use Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to use this little sort of starry flower middle. Just pop that in there. You can use different colours in the middle of your flowers if you wanted to, but it works really well doing a lighter colour and then a darker colour middle. And then I'm going to use Melon Mango. No, I'm not. Mango Melody to do the centre for this one, which is like a little, it's even a smaller version of that one that we just did. So there's this one, and then this is a smaller version. Oh, that didn't come out very well, did it? There we go. That's better. And then lastly, I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape to do the middle of my Highland Heather one, and I'm going to use this sort of like splat. It's kind of a splat stamp, this one. Just pop that in the middle there, and there we are. That's all I'm going to do. Now if you wanted to add more, you could take these little dots and you could add a few little dots around. Wonder if I should do that just to show you. Maybe we will. Let's find my chamois, because I don't want to do them in different colour. Where's my chamois? There we go. Just to show you how you can fill in some of the spaces. What colour should I do these dots, I wonder? What do you think? Should we do a bit more purple? Should we do a bit more Highland Heather? Just for jazz. Where have I put my Highland Heather? Here it is. And so you can just fill in a few of those little gaps with these little dots. Now, of course, you don't have to do this. You could do them in green to sort of give a nod towards foliage if you wanted to. But with cards like this, there are no rules or regulations to stick to. You can just stamp what you want to stamp and where you want to stamp it. There we go. That does fill it out a little bit, doesn't it? Fills it out quite nicely. And then the last thing we need to do is the greeting. And the greeting, I've doctored my stamp. I've surgically removed part of the greeting. Let me show you. So this stamp I have cut apart. It actually says, "Happy birthday, you really are the best." I didn't want "you really are the best" on my stamp, so I've just cut off the happy birthday. So, hey ho. Right, what colour should we stamp in? I think I'm going to do Coastal Cabana. Oh, I'm liking this actually. That's pretty, isn't it? Basically the same design as I did. I do quite a lot of cards with this sort of corner stamped, and then just a corner left for a message. There we are. And just happy birthday at the top there. What a pretty little birthday card that is. Very, very simple. Now then, of course, we can always stamp inside here. So if you want to take on the turquoise theme, then I would, as I've stamped the greeting in Coastal Cabana, I'm going to stamp one of the Pool Party stamps, flowers. Here it is. So I'm going to stamp that inside with Coastal Cabana. I really would lose my head if it wasn't screwed on. Which goes in the middle there? Yeah, that one. There. And of course, if you wanted to, you could do some more. So many ink pads out here. Little dots around that as well. Just a few, just to tie it in with the front of the card. Like so. There we go. And of course, if you wanted to, you could also stamp some coordinating flowers on your envelope. Should we do that? So what should we do? Should we do the purple one? Should we make it a bit of a statement? Doesn't matter what you do, to be honest. No, actually, I'm going to keep it with the... I'm going to do the same as I did inside. I'm going to let it follow a theme. So I'm going to do the pool party one. There. And just stamp the middle. And this just ties it all together really, really nicely. And just makes it so much more special. It's a very, very simple little card. Don't be put off though by trying it just because it's simple. And this is a really great stamp set for doing things like this. It's got so many lovely stamp images in it. And then just a few little... There we go. And then that ties in as well. So there's your card. That's the inside, and it's coming in this pretty envelope. How perfect is that? I hope you enjoyed seeing that today. So this was my original, and I will link below. I'll link to the other video, and I'll also link to the blog post so you can read about it. It was over 3 years ago. Let me see when it was that I posted this. It was August 17. So where are we? 18, 19, 20. So yeah, 3.5 years ago I posted it. But like I say, that video just gets so many hits. So many hits. Right, okay. That is it from me today. Hope you like that project. If you want to see more about this project, please click below and I'll put a link to my blog post about it down below. And if you want to buy anything, of course, link down, and link to my shop is below as well. But I think that's it from me today. Hope you've enjoyed watching that, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye for now.